Today we're making homemade, hot, crispy, and juicy chicken nuggets. These nuggets are easy to make, they are tasty, filling, and satisfying, low in calories, and high in protein. It's coming up right now on The Cog is Shred. Hey, how's it going, everybody? My name is John, and I've lost over 130 pounds through a combination of mindful eating and daily walking, and now I'm sharing recipes with you guys that I enjoy that help me to keep the weight off. Chicken nuggets are a nice, simple comfort food. I really don't eat them all that often, but every now and then I get a craving for them, and they remind me of childhood. And today I want to show you these chicken nuggets that are really low in calorie, but really high in protein. They're mostly just chicken with a cornflake breading. They're best fresh, but you can reheat them in the air fryer. All right, I am ready to get these nugs, so let's get cooking. So we're gonna make 10 1-ounce nuggets, so I've got 10 ounces of ground chicken right here. And to this, we're adding 3 tablespoons of liquid egg whites. Now we're gonna add a half teaspoon of salt, a half teaspoon of pepper, half a teaspoon of MSG to enhance the flavor, a half teaspoon of ground mustard, half teaspoon of garlic powder, half teaspoon of onion powder, and a half teaspoon of smoked paprika. Okay, so now let's go ahead and mix everything together. You just want to keep mixing until everything is thoroughly combined. And by the way, if you want to make spicy nuggets, just add some cayenne pepper. All right, that looks pretty well combined, so now I'm gonna wash my hand and we'll form these nuggets. Okay, so I've got a tray lined with parchment paper, I've got a bowl of water to keep my hands wet to keep this from sticking to them, and I've got a 1-ounce scoop. This way we can make 10 1-ounce nuggets. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm gonna scoop out our first nugget. That's about 1 ounce there. Get my hand a little bit wet so it doesn't stick. And I will get the other hand a little wet as well. It's kind of a messy process. We're just gonna form this into the shape of a chicken nugget. All right, that looks pretty good, nice and simple. We're gonna go ahead and put this onto the parchment paper. And there's our first one. Repeat the process for all 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So now we've formed our 10 big old meaty chicken nuggets. So now we're gonna put these in the freezer for about 30 minutes to firm up before we bread them, because otherwise they'll just fall apart. Ground chicken is really soft. So let's put these in the freezer and make the breading. Our breading is super simple. It's just crushed, seasoned cornflakes. I've got 41 grams of cornflakes here. We're gonna go ahead and put this in a Ziploc bag. I'm gonna try to carefully put all of these in here. All right, I'm gonna zip this bag shut and try to squeeze all the air out of there first. All right, just crush these up nice. You basically want breadcrumbs, or well, cornflake crumbs. You want crumbs, crush them into crumbs. It helps to get as much air out of here as possible. Otherwise you might pop the bag, you don't wanna do that. All right, zip that back up. Continue crushing until it's all crumbs. It's okay to have a few bigger pieces here and there, you know, you get that nice extra crispy texture, but you don't want whole cornflakes. And that is pretty good right there. So now we're just gonna sprinkle in more of the exact same seasonings that we put in our chicken. I did salt and garlic powder separately the first time, but here, I'm just gonna do some garlic salt, make it a little easier. And I'm just kind of doing this to taste and eyeballing it. Just don't go crazy. Monosodium glutamate, onion powder, mustard powder, and smoked paprika. Okay, now I'm gonna zip it up again. This time I'll leave some air in there so it has some room to move around. And we're just gonna shake everything up until it's nice and evenly mixed. Shake, 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 Sonora. All right, and there we have it, our bag of cornflake breading mixture. I'm gonna put this in a bowl. And I've got a second bowl here. This is gonna be for our egg whites. So we're gonna add 3 more tablespoons of liquid egg whites. We're gonna use this when we bread. There we go. And optional, if you want, you can add a little sriracha sauce just to give it a little heat and a little more flavor, but that's totally up to you. If you don't want the heat, skip it. Skip it, skip it. Just go ahead and stir all that together. And that will add some nice flavor to these nugs. All right, well now our nuggets have had time to firm up in the freezer, so let's start breading them. I like to do 2 at a time, and we're gonna take these, put them right into that egg wash mixture, and then put them in the cornflakes. You know, I made a mistake. I should have had one wet hand and one dry hand. Give me a sec. Okay, my right hand will handle the wet side, my left hand will handle the dry side. So I'm gonna sprinkle a few cornflakes on top, press these down into the cornflakes, go ahead and flip them, make sure we get both sides. I want both sides to be nice and crusted. Just make sure they're covered as completely as you can get them. All right, and once they're completely breaded, go ahead and place them on another tray with parchment paper. You can use the same tray if you want, just I'm using a new sheet of parchment paper because one, I want it to look nice. Two, I don't want them to stick to the wet spot on the other one. Same thing, we're gonna go ahead and do this for all 10 nuggets.
One eternity later.
All right, so I got the air fryer set up here, and by the way, check out this huge air fryer I found at Target. I was looking all over for a big 10-quart air fryer with a double wide basket, and I found this one. It's from Crux and Ghetto Gastro, and it is awesome. It's just got so much space, so it's perfect for doing big meals. Let's go ahead and spray these with cooking spray. And I also like to sprinkle on a little bit of pepper and a little garlic salt. And now we'll put these in the air fryer basket, and we're going to flip them and put them spray side down. That way we can spray the other side. There we go. Look at all the space that's in this thing. I love it. This is not a paid endorsement. This is just what I happened to find and got real cheap on Black Friday, and I love it. All right, so now they're in here like this. We're gonna spray the other side. That'll help them get nice and crispy. Same thing, a little black pepper, a little bit of garlic salt. All right, and now into the air fryer they go. We're gonna air fry these at 400 degrees Fahrenheit for somewhere around 15 minutes. I'll just check and see how they're doing, so let's get started.
A few minutes later.
All right, so it's been about 10 minutes, so I am going to flip these. Look at that, those are looking really nice. The first time I tried to do these, I tried flipping them halfway and they were still soft. So I figured the 10-minute mark is a good time to flip them. All right, nuggets are flipped. Back in for maybe another 5 minutes. There we go.
A few moments later.
All right, I have a feeling these are probably ready, so I'm gonna take a look. Yeah, oh, those are done. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and take these and put them on a plate. Ooh, look at that, plump and juicy. Ooh, my goodness, look at these are no ordinary chicken nuggets. Look at the size of these things. These are some big, meaty, hearty chicken nuggets. Now, I know it's gonna be tempting to bite right into these, but please give them a minute or so to cool because they are scalding hot on the inside. Don't burn yourself. So, let them cool just a little bit. While these are cooling, I'm gonna go ahead and get a sauce. You can use whatever sauce you want. I'm not gonna count the calories of the sauces because they vary from sauce to sauce. So that'll be up to you. But I am personally gonna go with one of my favorites, Ray's no sugar added barbecue sauce. This is only 15 calories for 2 tablespoons. It's a really low calorie barbecue sauce. Tastes fantastic. I love it, and I love having barbecue sauce with my nuggets. You can use sugar-free ketchup, you can use honey mustard, or whatever you want. Just remember to always check the calories in your sauces. All right, well, here they are, ladies and gentlemen, 10 ounces of big, beautiful, meaty, juicy chicken nuggets. I am so excited to dig in and give these things a try. Let's see how they turned out. A little barbecue sauce, and here we go. Oh man, perfection. Oh man, you hear that crispiness, that crunch of those cornflakes. I'm gonna try a bite without the sauce. That flavor, the seasoning. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that is delicious. All right, here, let me get a little more with the sauce. That is satisfying. I gotta go in for more. Oh, that's good. That's a big bite. Big bite with big flavor. I never need to buy chicken nuggets again. I don't know if I ever will. I think this tastes better than frozen chicken nuggets, and the macros are way better. Let me finish this one off, and I'll go over the macros with you. It's Mac tonight. Remember that?
It's Mac tonight.
Oh, this is a win. I can't recommend this enough. And that sriracha adds a nice kick of heat. It's really tasty. All right, so the macros on these 10 nuggets, not counting a dipping sauce, just the 10 nuggets. 625 calories. And that's really if you want to count every last drop of the eggs that we dipped it in and all the breading that was left in the bowl, so might even be a tiny bit less. But 625 is the total for all those ingredients that we used. 36 grams of carbs, 22 grams of fat, 67 grams of protein. 67 grams of protein in that. That is fantastic, high protein, low fat, delicious. And I mean, after like a workout or something, I would literally just eat this entire plate of 10 ounces of chicken. Be satisfied, just, oh, great way to start my day. And I've done that. I know from experience.
I know from experience, dude.
All right, hang on. I gotta get one more bite before I wrap things up. I cannot get enough of these. Seriously, these are great nuggets. I will be making these all the time from now on. Well, I am gonna enjoy the rest of these nuggets, and if you enjoyed this video, please be sure to like and subscribe to the COGISshred for more recipes and other videos related to my weight loss and fitness journey. If you have any suggestions for recipes you might like to see, leave them in the comments and let me know. I would love to hear from you guys. Thank you all so much for watching, and until next time, keep on eating.